Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome in your maths class for third term's ninth week. The theme of the day is time and the learning outcome. We will be able to identify time, digital and analog. So my dear students, at what time do you wake up? At what time you go to school? Nowadays we are not going to school, but we are doing all our work at our home. Online we are taking, very well that we are taking online classes. So as usual we are doing all our work. So we are not going to school, but we have to wake up early. Have your lunch on time? At what time do you go home, eat dinner, do your homework and then go to bed? Mostly mama is saying all these things, that you have to do all these things on a proper time, on exact time, because only then you will be successful in your life. Telling the time. Why do we need to tell the time? It is important to know what time it is for a number of reasons. The time is very important. Knowing what time it is can be very useful. For example, you need to know the time to go to an appointment on time. You have an appointment with the doctor. If you will not go, definitely you will miss the appointment, or then you have to wait for a long time. So we have to follow the time and we must know. Okay, my dear students. Now there are two types of clocks. Analog clock, you can see, and digital clock, you can see. Analog clock. First we will do analog clock. You can see a nice analog clock. What is the time? It is 3 o'clock. Okay, my dear students. Now, telling the time on analog clock. When we are telling the time, it is really important to be able to count in fives. Can you count in fives from 0 to 60? 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 and 60. So mean telling the time on analog clock, we have to tell the table of 5 from 0 till 60. Okay dear students, now analog clocks. You can see analog clock there. Analog clocks can have either 2 hands, an hour hand and a minute hand, or 3 hands, an hour and a minute hand and a second hand. The hands move around the clock face, and this is how we tell the time. Now, the face of the clock is a flat disc. It will often have numbers around the edges to make it easier to tell the time. It shows 12 hours of the day for a whole day to pass. The hour end must go around the clock twice. So mean there are 24 hours in a full day. Hours and minute. Here you can see clock but no hands. Now you can see this is the hour end. It is the shortest hand on the clock. You can see this is a short hand. Now this is the minute hand. It is longer than the hour hand. You can see that the hour hand is short and the minute hand is hours and minutes. When the time hand is pointing to 12, it is showing a full hour. We call this time o'clock. Mean when the big hand or the minute hand is at 12, it means it is at o'clock. On this clock, the hour hand is pointing at the 8 and the minute hand is pointing to the 12. So, this clock is showing that the time is 8 o'clock. Quarter past. When 15 minutes have passed and the minute hand is pointing to 3, we say quarter past. You can see here the minute hand, if start from 12, you can count inside. If you count after 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on 1 it is 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, and on 10 it is on 2 it is 10, then 11, 12, 13, 14, and on 3 it is exact 15. So when the 15-minute passed, mean it is quarter past. Now the short hand mean our hand is on 3, the big hand is on 3, so the time is quarter past. Now what is half past? When 30 minutes have passed and the minute hand is pointing to the 6, we say half past. How it is half? You can see 12. Now what is the half of the 12? Very good. It is 6. Now see. Can you see a circle? And the circle is divided into 2 equal parts. Mean half past. Now quarter to. When 45 minutes have passed and the minute hand is pointing to 9, there are 15 minutes until the next hour. We say quarter to. You can see? Can you see? Very good. From 12 it starts, and when it reached at 9, 45 minutes passed and only 15 minutes are left to next hour. We say quarter to. Okay, my dear students? The next clock we are having digital clock. Maybe you saw this clock at your home, or mostly we are having our watches which are also showing time in the digital form. In digital form, now what is digital clock? Let us see. Digital clocks. Digital clock use numbers to tell the time. Mean now analog clock, it is having hands, minute hand and hour hand, and digital clocks use numbers to tell the time instead of hands. Unlike an analog clock which can only show 12 hours of the day, a digital clock can show either 12 or 24 hours. You can see digital clock and the time. Digital clocks are often smaller than analog clocks as the numbers are easier to read. Some digital clocks also have the radio on them, so people can use them as alarm clocks to wake them up in the morning. Okay, dear students, addition of time, hours and minutes. Now, if I ask you to add minutes and hours, how you will do? It's very easy. First, you have to just make 2 columns, hours and minutes. Now, here I write hours, now 3 hours and 15 minutes. Then another time which I am having is 3 hours and 12 minutes. Now what we have to do, first I have to add the minutes. Now here minutes you can see 15 minutes and 12 minutes. Now 5 plus 2, 7. Very good. 1 plus 1, 2. So we are having 27 minutes. And hours, if I add 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. So the time is the addition of the two different timing, 8 hours and 27 minutes. AM and PM. My dear students, now what is AM and PM? From midnight 12 o'clock till morning or the daytime 12 o'clock, it is AM. Mean early morning and then the sunrise till 12 o'clock we can say it is AM. And then at the daytime from 12 o'clock till the midnight 12 o'clock we say it is it is PM. Mean early morning and morning we can call it AM, and afternoon and evening it is our PM. In the second picture also you can see AM midnight till midday, and then from midday till midnight from midnight till midday it is AM, and then midday till midnight it is PM. Remember, my dear students, that there are 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in 1 hour, and then 60 seconds in 1 minute. Here is a worksheet. Match the digital clock and analog clock that shows the same time. Now, the analog clock is there, digital clock is there. You have to match with the exact time. Circle the correct option. When do you have dinner? AM or PM? Now I told you that what is the AM and PM. If you observe the video, you can solve this very easily and nicely. Just to remember that early morning and the morning, it is AM, and then daytime, afternoon, evening, that is our PM. Tom eats breakfast in the morning. AM or PM? When do you go to sleep? AM or PM? So like this, you have to circle the correct. Okay, my dear students, have a nice day. Thank you.